Agon loik mair ar farige. Tuid mein lats no din the armut. Bij a god ferin loen is marugu. Gozni rigregu marchel llapogut. Agon loik a chornang aschgiuch. A chwilin dŵr.
Leis a bhéir a nó leis a meán a stúr an drama agus má éiste bín sehaí sé go drama dhéo. Aní mar rámór an eile faoi chud cí míle fáilte a ghéann de faoite. Tá se bhfuil léamh sleochtaí as an leabhar dúil. Agus ina héanta teo tá fearógas in Ián bailile dhéad fear busca ceol agus melóidena go freisin. Níor anna maidach bhíana waham dige job in the defrost John Joe Forta, so Joey o Forta. Agus tá seáil turcúna go dhéarmid nach go PC. Agus tá an seo tá an leabhar an bhrachlainn mhór seolúin maid in inniu. Chúigiú á dhéagatar a chlóíoch chunach de dailsí éman ó císan a chur le chéalaí scéalta tamófleachta dainte agus tá sin sin tá fúna réanda na cóta cheannach. Mar sé déanamid de faoite agus Joey ó Forsta.
Díreach sulla dosa muid, so is ba me léh as trí leabhar, dúil Shame the Devil agus tá dearmagéanta go mar a trí account. Come on. Yes, 2 years, yes, yeah. And morach márin ní bhain an seo chorba. Mar sí márin a chu a caint le Caitlín tá mé ceapa agus Caitlín a chur léachar man sin so marach márin ní bhain an seo so gur a 100 míle maithe bháin. So tá muid a tosú le blasin beag ceol. So tá íireach déanta gom bhí an síime gom sa méid a bhí se rá faoine ahar agus faoine bháthar agus an sin a chuig go réach sé ar an Ileán agus an airige mar cinál ahad agus máthar freisin so sin an cinál téma tá le seo so tásúlan go daine se le rénos. Chuníirta Joey. Na blátha craige. A dúirt me leis na blátha nach súrach an áite fórsib le bheitthe déna éir, teanta sús an seo le brocht na heile, gan fúibh ach an chochlás agus salachar na néan. Áit bhrádach, lán le ceó agus farige cháte, ní scart an gríon an seo ó lún go saharn le glundar a chorarí. A dúirt na blátha craige, Scumiling a stór, tá muid faoi gríocht ag ceol na farige. Been písa dar a bennim ina sír dal an scéil. Deall luchtar ina smórne se. I go to sea. I have the sea in my blood. I was born in a fishing village within earshot of the great Atlantic main that licks the cliff-bound shores of Arran. It was the school in which we, as boys, were taught our manhood. And it was the school also where I especially was taught by my mother to appreciate the beauty of nature. Just as the flowers, the little birds, the insects wandering on the earth, the sweet caressing winds of summer and the great painter's sun were for me the gentle female half of beauty, so was the giant, ruthless sea the masculine, more beautiful because it was more strong. It was the greatest living thing in my environment. It was the great toy horse on which my infant body rode in a canvas-coated curragh, bandied by the heaving waves, whose majestic murmur, as old and endless as the world, sowed the rhythm of poetry in my soul. I have never heard more inspiring music than the thunder of that sea in anger. No military parade more inspiring than its ranked waves, maned with glittering foam, advancing on the shore. It was the theatre in which I saw performed dramas of heroic courage and endurance, whose memory still rouses my blood. Thinking proudly of those lean, blue-eyed fishermen who are my people, all romance was there encountered. Its teeming womb was our storeroom. When sick, we smelt its breath and chewed the grasses off its stranded bottoms, and we were reconditioned in our health. When sad, we sat and listened to its moaning, and we lost our sorrow. It was our common mother, as well as the father of our strength and knowledge. Joy. But in my village, I never knew a man who was a slave of the sea, such as hired sailors are, those who pass over the sea carrying cargoes for their masters. No, we lived like sea hawks by its edge without being outcasts from the land. We never made our home on the water. The sea hawk an seabhadh. Dime an fatis gon seabhadh, nor a chonig se an fear I ngár go nead. Síos leis an os an filéir le na chéile a hachant a contort. Duscail sé scíhan nuair a bhí sé brúchrucht leis a tolan agus leag sé trasna a hain. I bhuisceocht há thru gon chráin gur. Bhéic sé ire. Chothard agus bhí na cheán ach níor thug sí árs gá laidir. Chú sé sir agus sír háiste, a rís agus rís eile, a dléach agus a scradíal go cráite, sul ar chúla sí a dlór. Darda sí a ceán agus lig sí scrad. Thug sin misneach damanta gon é an truda, amach leis chun na farige agus thosa sé a gárdú. Sús leis sé ríist, nó gur watha sé íochtar framachan na né le gáil go fúr floch har a ghraim I dust na filmimite. An sin, leag sé a húile buí ar an ábhaid agus iad a fiocha le gráin hiaraí. Thóg sé marc a haidach agus lín sé amach a chorp le haid a rúthar. An nóid sin na fírin agus seasta gór chatha. Ní uimhris nirt na col an warfa a bhí gá haidach an trudda. Ní níor wathe sé á bhuíomh ach an gceann cráite a bhuaile chrí nuair a chola sé scread de chéile. Chún sé scíáin go dlú agus scaoil sé neart. Síos leis síos amach an aon áard gon fatís ná trócra, éon álinn ag suláthar báis bheán le. Dógur an bhirt charad a bhar nuair a chonig siad rúthar an éin, Fran a fear na téad a suas, agus thucra sé a héin an aine haile a buinte sin bíad súil an irhí fateach. An sin de chaise suas Illinois córa éan agus an seoach ag bóla, brisú rúthar an éin an éadach. Cathú haris an corp agus búla ag go trom an aine haile. Síos leis an sin, bunas cín, gon tró gon jeffit, éon álinn an bháis gon luinas na neart. Nuair a chrich an fear áit na nide, dair an chráint sús agus í scadéal, dunsa si ag go cróga, rúg sé ire, chu sé sníim a chud scíáin, agus chaise isteachí sa mála bhíle na chris. An sin do thug sé leis na hibachaí. Í sa mó, bhí corp an teabhaigh i gimocht ar mhár isce, i scíáin briste agus i cheann ag seachrán le na scór na chasta. Bhí an seabhaigh a chroch amach chun farige leis an sró. Cháfí sinis, ahead agus máthir. So I'm going to read two pieces now, one called Father, Fuoine ahead, and the other Mother, Fuoine Mháthir. He halted and threatened the air with his stick. They want to get rid of me, he cried fiercely, but I'll see them all in their graves. With this outburst, he again lapsed into senile idiocy. He talked to me as to a stranger, and his manner was gay. Now it was dusk, and we had descended into the deep valley below the village. All along the semicircle of low cliffs that ring this valley, birds were twittering softly in their shelters. There was hardly any wind. There was a ghostly silence except for the soft twittering of the birds. I felt terribly lonely and yet exalted. We were following a path through the stony fields to the heifer. Every inch of the ground was familiar to me, associated with memories of my childhood, memories that kept rushing into my mind. I wanted to cry like my sister, and at the same time, even stronger than this lonely sadness, a great joy made me want to kneel and kiss the earth. I trembled as I walked beside my father, who had now become a symbol of something too holy for my human understanding. Can one look on God in his nakedness? Bow your head, sinner. Night is falling and the earth holds out her arms. Now, I thought, I am saved. I have seen the world. I have seen the world and found it wanting. Here is peace. Here suffering is holy and happiness is being in harmony with nature. Think no more. We climbed over a stone wall into a small round field where I had once watched a mare drop a foal. How amazed I was to see its bag burst as it touched the sward of grass. Then the foal slipped out onto the grass on which its newborn body left a rime. And also, at dawn one spring morning, I helped a sheep give birth to a lamb. Dawn and birth and spring. Now it was night, and my father, trembling with old age, went up to the red heifer and spoke softly to her. She stretched out her head and made a low crooning sound. He scratched her head between the horns. Then he began to praise her beauty, laying his stick along her back and showing me how her red hair curled up on her spine. She'll be a champion, he said. She'd be a champion now, only for a chill she got in January. Then we returned to the house. On the road, we met a man coming home from milking his cow. The three of us leaned over the fence and we began to talk. And this man spoke of my father as if he were a child, and I found this strange, for in the old days, people were afraid to speak in my father's presence. But still, I was glad that this man spoke to me now as a kinsman. In his voice was the whispered tenderness of a person speaking to one of his blood, of intimate things. There was none of the fear which I noticed in the eyes of the people on the pier. Here I was at home, in my own village, among my own people. I was no longer an outcast. Holy earth. God spare your health, I said. May God look down on us, he said, and may he forget the evil we do and only remember the good. Mother. In agony, I recalled my first memory of her, telling me the story of her marriage while she combed my hair. She told it as one tells a fairy tale to amuse a child, how her handsome young lover came by night on horseback to her father's house and abducted her, at the very moment when another suitor from the mainland was there asking for her hand. How she was married at dawn in the chapel and went to live in an old deserted house in our village, penniless and unforgiven by her parents. Her fairy tale ended with her marriage. After that, her life was a tale of hardship and misery, an endless struggle to find food for her many children. And yet, how gay she was in spite of all her suffering. Even when there was no food in the house, she would gather us about her at the empty hearth and weave fantastic stories about giants and fairies, or mime the comic adventures of our neighbours until our hungry little bellies were sick with laughter. No suffering could dull the divine enthusiasm with which life inspired her. She could weep over the beauty of a little flower growing from a speck of dirt and a naked rock, as well as for her own sufferings. A ladybird toiling up a blade of grass brought to her lips a prayer of thanksgiving. A majestic sea plant, waving in a pool at low tide, excited her imagination to discourse for hours on the wonders of the sea as she sat with me upon a sunny rock. Then, when my imagination, fed on these fancies, began its own adventures at her knee, recounting what I saw on the crags, the cliffs and by the seashore, how I conversed with eagles, how I was invited to a mermaid's cave and all the wonders that I saw therein, or how I stole a lark's wings and saw heaven from the summit of a golden cloud. Tears of joy flowed from her eyes, and she said God had blessed me with a holy mind. And then the angel of revolt entered into me. My tales became more fierce until one day, when I was about 9, I terrified her. I rushed into the house from school and told her that I had seen a labourer called MacDonagh murder his wife in a potato garden. I described most luridly how he attacked her because she had lost his tobacco, how he struck her with his spade on the head many times, blaspheming joyously at each stroke, how she sank into a furrow where she bled so profusely that the ensuing blows made her gore splash into her murderous husband's face, how her body was so fat that the murderer had to dance in it and in order to make it fit into the furrow, how he covered it carefully with earth and then thanked God with his head bowed and his eyes to heaven for having rid him of the unholy slut. Well, my description was so vivid and sustained by such a horrified expression that my mother rushed out to warn the neighbours of the event. But the first person she saw was MacDonagh's wife, knitting peacefully on her doorstep. Then she came back, looked at me, and burst into tears. She made me go down on my knees with her to ask that God, in his divine mercy, should cure my mind of this morbid leprosy. Ochel. And just a joy, go ahead. So, ni the Connacht man's rambles, or ni Gumbaleshkel, ni I buried my wife and danced on her grave eventually. Ach, the Connacht man's rambles, agus ar noi limo flaharta haren den ele visha shulach skelach na ha. So, sho count ele inish on gnusach garskel tengaige dul. Count Hannes Gomorlam. Níl is agam ar a curriculum fado ar scoil na rud cinch ach seo ceann a léime fado. So my camp go méidir gur léime ar scoile bás na bó. So yeah, an scéal go deo tá. Agus insin go leor faoin saoile bhíh daine ag an am, you know. Agus fós go dtíon lá tá nuain má tá enviat agus má chálann tú lí nó rud cinch bíon cinál titin brona cinch ar a saoile stoch nó a hálinn se. Bás na bó. The death of the cow. Marv a rugún lí. Tháinig sé na chos agus lí sé an bhéir glas na bheall dearag sleann a cheann casta sir ar a ghraim. Theas sí timpplair a cratha geán gon focail astam. sé tilldé dúirt benanir ar leis an mó. Thos an mó a géagain in sin, mire le tinnis bete, an sin chaisí go trúmchosach a crúb ag brú síos na talún faoi bheach na cuirp. Chrum sí ar an lí a géagain agus í áhvalú, an sin thosa sí á líochan le na teanga gharmh go gráhar. De chibil an bhean chlár éidir na bó agus fristeoir faoi na súil, ba máthar í hain. Hín an fin ar món sin, diime sí an lí, theas sí agus a ceann fuatha a thonal a teach go túmh as a polari. Rug siad ar an lí agus thug leoa trasan na páirce go dtí an tlaid a hairint ar a tala amach ríidir le go páirc eile. Mach rí chlaid eile fós, sús ardán féireach go bruch na haile. Chahadar sí sa warige. Diime siad a bhhailíonn sin, an bhean a cuine an lí agus a duine gur an le dia. Dána fearr leis mó fear an talachar, chur sin salachar faoi charna an tloch. An sin chuig sé beag an créifoig in na láimh agus rinne córan na cruise leis ar híomhéis na bó. Diime sé sin a bhhaile. Dan an mó bhád de dearcha harad lai gur leide a tinnis. Chaisí go tuban an sin, gur lig géim is gur chra a ceann. Thug sí rit te ratha a cosig snappa, cheas sí rís, ní acha sí rud a bil a hí sa báirc. Bhí a lí ar ire. Bhí a súil a gaiidí róimnach agus idir nás súil tairmh. Thosa sí smúracht na talún agus fuirse siúl fuatha a trascart sna tomachaí féir. Fuair sí ball an lí san áitir hitse. Bhreanna sí na timpeall go fiochar. Chur sí srón le tala. Leann sí lorg cuirp an lí ríd a bhéir go dtí an tlaid. Stad sí an tlaid sin ag smúracht ar feabhád agus iontas ar a caneachan lorg harisin. Ar deire, bhrú sí rimp an tlaid. Leag meach an mór a cuirpe, hear na tlocha a thucht, ach bhrú sí níos déine le neart úfais go necha sí ríide marna. Gear ó a hiiscid chlé in ec an útha, níor thug sí ard ar bithir a bíon ach chóraí a smut le tala. Nearta a siúl, ag a daratlaid stad sí rís. An sin bhrú sí a raí, hit sé sin rimpe. Ar ghol ríide marna gearú gach tíomh lehí sam léin. De hill a nail a nuas go casta a dearga stríoch a geall a bhí ar a tíomh clé. Seo sús an tard an í go dtí bar na haile. Thosa sí a crá. Chaisí go tuban a leatíomh nuair a chonig sí an airige agus nuair a chola sí an toran trúm híos samach. Na tontracha móra ag brise a garig agus na héanachaí ag scéchail go géir garag. Do bhla sí an téir agus iontasire, chu sí raig go máil íar sin. Ar bhruach na haile áitir ó críoch leis a bhéir agus srá grabhéil ag fána haar broch, ris sí ní a cúil, ag géimnach ar mire, tháinig sí reis a rís. Chur sí an dá chrúb hosag go haireach ar an ngabhéil agus bhreanna sí amach. Bhí deire le lorg a líon seo. Híl sí an téir a smúracht ach níor tháinig feic go dtí na polaíoch balla gurt na farige. Thosa sí a géagaín an sin na taobh a gat agus ag creanú le rit na hunala, an sin bhreanna sí síos agus chonig sí a lí caite ar a garig fuatha. Dhéimni sí go lúchaideach, ris sí sir sír ar bhar na haile ag cuairtú bailach le gáil síos ag a lí, ag smúracht táil agus a bhus ag dul ar a dlúine a deasú síos. Ach ní rá strappa le fáil. Tháinig sí a reis a rís de cosad deire ag glasca sa ri, a reis go dtí an áit ar cathú síos an lí. Is fada dan sin ag féchan síos ar gon choráiste. An sin de dhéimni sí an ard ag cín ach freagra ní bhórsa. Chonig sí an tíle teachtasteach a timpealú na carige áit ar an lí. Dhéimni sí ríist, Hánig na tuntracha ar háile chéile timppla ar a gorp. Thosa sí a búrí legus a casa cín go fianta mar a bheith sé gar an áige a chur gúla na hairce. An sin na hánig muí mór mílte chisteach. Scúb se an laig an charig. Chur an mhó búr aiste agus síos lei. Joy. So hosamid le na blaha craige agus I go to see. So tosin 2 years le I go to see agus en arog. A chano ma hentoch an farige catú teachta bhaile, so tá muid go le críochtú le I return home deran leabhar. Agus tá sé simúl bhí ma caint le coppla den aniu faoi tá sé chumagam an scéile inseach beidir chur an chuid seo gon deabhar an scéile gaimne gom. So bhí an banan se le so bhí rud an aontain ag léim a fleachart a go dúch se bháile agus go mánach se baróg as an uigna spéidir agus go scríoch se leis agus go síreach se chuid ach ní mar a héilte réitir. Chuir se an rud a chuir se gibne gom ná an scéil seo chólaime faoin leid seo agus bhí se in Navas sa Wanister seo, Buddhist monastery hebe cenáid. Agus cha se tuamas 5 bliain déag sa Monastery seo. Le go dúchaigh se ar Nirvana mar a deartha. Agus héis 5 bliain déag thug se cuairt ar a gúrú agus dúirte leis an gúrú. Tá ma cheappa gon ma héis hiocht ar enlightenment faoi dhearra. Agus rinne an gúrú dras caint leis agus dúirte ní cheappan é 5 bliain eile cheappan. So a chuirid le faoistin ghlach se leis agus cha se 5 bliain eile a plé leis an suaimhnú agus an meditation agus mar sin dé, agus héis 5 bliain eile dill se an gúrú agus dúirte tá sé amanis. Tá me enlightened. An mu se cóghardachas ar san gúrú leis. Bhfuil is cad a dhéanas túnis teir a bháile agus cha caiiciis le do winter go bheith muid cecha bhfuil tú. Bhfuil tú enlightened nó nachfuil. Agus sinna chuí a bhíonn sé agam sa bhí me cheappa gúil me enlightened nó go dtéim bháile gur deir a seachtaras. Bín tú tá sin tú plé leis na sean rudí céan a rís. So seo léam á fleathirte nuair a thuig sé cinenne heocht a bháile. I return home. So what then was the world revolution to me, who was fit to be no better than a drummer in its wars or the holder of a stirrup for some brass-brained boor to put his foot therein? Now I saw the world and its laws, its wars, its prophets, and the quickly changing countenance of its philosophy, as a drama filmed on a globe beyond my being, but turning to my hand and subject for the exercise of my observant vision. Shrinking with a coward's fear from the magnificence of the world's tumult, that arena where strong men battle for power, where gods and the various sciences of government are like pieces of chess in a game played by men whose nerves are steeled by the greatness of their ambitions, Donald Trump, how do? I took refuge in the delicately fashioned world of my imagination. Hidden there from observation, I could build my own castles and mime the outer strength I lacked with wordy subtlety. But where? Well, what place could be more remote than the place of my nativity? A rock forgotten by the world. On its bleak rocks I would make my soul dance and rock my songs on the cradle of the great ocean winds that blew against its cliffs, and then set forth into the world armed with a wiser weapon than my hands could wield. The next morning I went down to the wharves of New York and was lucky enough to find a ship that needed a few hands. But although I had the firm conviction that I was approaching the beginning of something very wonderful in my life, a feeling of extraordinary melancholy began to grow on me as soon as I set foot aboard the ship. Physically, I was more fit than I have ever been in my life. My nerves were in good order, but the depression came in spite of that. And because of that depression, my journey to Europe was a debauch from port to port. At Rio, at Santos, at Paranagua, at Rio Grande do Sul, at Montevideo, at Buenos Aires, at Antwerp, at Hamburg, and at Cardiff, I ran riot among the most insane follies that a seaport town can provide for a seafarer. So that when I arrived home, I was like a ghost, speechless, gloomy, a companion of the rough winds and of the breakers. A godless hermit, I began once more my communion with the cliffs, the birds, the wild animals, and the sea of my native land.
Tis far away I am today from the means I roamed a boy, and long ago the hour I know I first saw Illinois. No time nor tide nor waters wide could steal my heart away. Forever do I fly to you, my own dear Galway. Oh, grey and bleak by shore and tree, the rugged rocks abound. But sweet and green the grass between that grows on Irish ground. So friendship won, all wealth beyond, and love that lives always. Bless each poor home beside your foe, my own dear Galway. Here to
agus go le chuinn se chrí agus anam işte honorda yanın şarkı. Sen hep bina yanın sıkaydı mülüm bala yesa verirler. Agus gibin tatlısı hein harbe gayrınırız ki bakka hein mahe. Ska man kjole, det ska ha den erfar. För mil mahe. Agus salonier med SS efter ni så visst det koptorile kassa man skede hela. Bättre kunde du få bli tampart och vatten. Ni la bra.
Right look man. Oh, not
So, weet ik zoals wel eens een spijtping van nog. Oh, wat pinne, rochete, rochmisje, is al harmon. Maar skapin schil voor je roze meneer, rochoneden tatiban. Skapin schil voor je roze meneer, rochoneden tatiban. Mala berigette henjen nog kappela, de strepen telefon. Maar goed, kes wel, laat de goeie maar, ik zit je lang graver. Så skal du fære og ta meg gikk, var min nok av det rommen ammabater. Jeg blakk ved dårlig stå gikk for garbeid, lasser en øyntitt mabba. Det fine spører og åndeg, meg som kan rekke spalpien fann. Så get man ned og dårlig stål, mischen av meg vi sog og sasta. Og der og la dårlig stål, mischen av meg vi går og prater. Tre og la dårlig stål, mischen og hukket punter og gål. Og dukken kjenne så nære dal, i rom og for festlige fallen. Svimer ikke labra i så mange ikke skoa av navle faen. I brekken nesken så bært i slattene skulle en ny labra. Imna åga moen til mala, sette vi tann i tlavies. Jubben og da rymmer ikke lener, for rymmer ikke dåre mand. Badela mala, veldig dekka her, og da har vi eges bra. Småkvelin mer og men om nok mye, frekken i bunn og vanla. Ravente, vi geit, ikke vil om la tule, tar om alloia. Svevater og kalli, når jeg har en god tid tasje. Nå behever seg til spalt på det må gjøre noe hvis stjåltrykk i fusket. Så vi lever skål og meisen. Så jeg kan ha liv garv, så går som nærsker det. Så trillende koppelverer smårsyn på Beilenråba, Franken og Mellan råba, vis sjælom hon i Gustav Fyrolas Nisleblin. Kvev nu egon i gulin omro. Abomaron rosa sabelin bin. Bim gaktono ishinen hjolde. Solskusjoloch tiem og vallochi. Gosri stronona im shebronnach. Kvev nu chora mochalim pin. Hasonanir shall bebiduch marvishi quiller walert men Zmburo yase shasu star shohiruch Sakum quildas eloramid. Bui budashes bukuna gade. Awakusul enyar fos. Sahur nutinye svlana nu. Mognim tun me jutu ni vaidwad beu.
Balagi Paris gant og Chanel. Man bort i Petrokulan, Milo Kulan, Paris har väl t-shirt, det är sten nu och
det säger det är att man macht har väl term jag med. Bring för
sig. Det står på det Vad ska det hela?
In the scale
rodúlessen Nus vi hall stefnu ó mas.
Vi gas yn cael yn eich, yn cael yn eich.
Manu penny ma fe.
So door aan de weg, maar gaat oran skip voor je toast om de gaal bij. Ja. Fagi fyrer honnocht I trenas Gwasile helis dach fin na baltige Keurig I spesjen jamwicht na wel Is bij moet geschef hostel na galve Tjagig I stok I belkig smor Tjagig brauk Spiki gwy galwarach tjagig la sport Rinkes le kjol Smårem gudjo tostun galvem Rasen garach harnjos guljor Korlig auakurt jo vrochen farge Nina machlein for kullipso agol Eg ratu chan fol Eg tostun galve Tjagig I stok I belka gusmor Tjagig vrauk spiki gwy galwarach tjagig la sport Le rinkis le kjol Smårem gudjo tostun galvem Harter statje bei glender glå Fluteris fadogi Daim shori fruchante funjular no Ni huder akkerod ach tostun galvis Tjagig I stok I bøkkagus mor Tjagig rauk Spiki gwy galwarach tjagig la sport Le rinkis le kjol Smårem gudjo tostun galvim Ta færeding alloch ma ta se an fos Færige foljer veloch na talone Man se an Sputnik no djuro kan kor Is beishe sjå hostel na galve Tjagig I stok I belkagus mor Tjagig vrauk Spiki gwy galwarach Tjagig la sport Le rinkis le kjol Smårem gudjo hostel na galve Ça m'a pas les mots, je crois.
Joey is agus vi hal bis sinta. Tegi fi sin is Jo met is bei go meiden no bei kjol agus oran is fuller da. All right.
Dus navlianna milenike tochtuni Vikle talunus timpesti Tarlu heres her Vietlon oblesko Sfirsoni fui Ach, bo vaselin